Hi, welcome to Strength Focus. This is a 20-minute focus on a body part, a group muscle group, and showing you just some extra ways of thinking about those muscles, looking at some things that we don't do a lot in our classes, and trying to kind of get a more elevated and progressive sense of what we've been trying to work out. Today we're going to do back, but we're going to do muscle. We're going to do it body weight. Now, the last time we did back, we did it with band and towel. So now we're going to do it with body weight, and that's going to be very different. If you're watching this on video and you're not warmed up, just put it on pause, walk around a little bit, shake your body out, roll your shoulders around, and get your body a little bit warm for these exercises. And we're going to talk about, like we did last time, there are three parts of the back. We have the scapular part, which is right below the deltoid. That's your upper body. And then we have that mid back, right? And we do this in looking at the spine. They all have different coats, the L5s and the C2s and all that stuff. And then the lumbar. So there are very few ways that you can work the back or get to every single part of the back. So I'm going to show you some ways to work the back that will start to address all of those parts. And the first thing we're going to do is pike push-ups. And a lot of people, including me, for a long time have trouble with the form of the pike push-ups. As we know, a pike is a position where we're down with our glutes toward the ceiling. Whenever you're in a pike, it's kind of a V. It's not a perfect V, but it's a V. Whether you're piked seated or you're piked standing, it's going to be a V. So you come down into that. Your hands are in front of your shoulder position. Your legs are back, and you're on the balls of your feet. So on the balls of your feet is a really important position here. And what a lot of people do is they bend their elbows and they lower their head. And that gets a little bit into the back, but it doesn't really get the kind of movement that's going to get deep into the long lines of the back there, especially the erector spinatus. All right, so what you want to do is come down toward your head, getting onto your toes, and then pushing up, back to the balls of your feet. So you're not keeping your feet stationary, moving your upper body up and down. It's a full body exercise. So you're on the balls of your feet, your hands are planted, you lower your head by shifting toward your toes, your elbows go back, not out to the side, so that you're pushing down that full back. So you make a big deep inhale as you do this, rocking forth onto your toes. Exhale as you push back onto the balls of your feet. Now it shouldn't be a lift back, it should just be a push back. So you're not lifting higher, you're just going down to your toes and then back onto the balls of your feet. The top of your head should be coming down to the mat. For some people, they reach all the way down. For other people, as we're learning, we don't get all the way down. So let's do about 8 more of those. So on the balls of your feet, the legs are hip width apart, lowering your elbows back, dropping your head down, coming onto your toes. 2. So you feel like you're coming forward on the mat. 3. Now what happens if you feel it all in your arms? 4. You want to shift your arms a little bit. 5, maybe in, maybe out. 6. And 7, and make sure you're moving that back and those elbows coming back. 8, 9, nice and slow, and 10. I want you to hold that position and feel how it's vibrating through the side bands of the middle back. Good, and 10. Good job. Drop your knees to the floor, put your hands out in front of you, and bring your body all the way down into a parallel cow pose. Okay, so that's the most effective thing, and it's a good thing to practice. Start with 5, start with 10. Get put a video on, do a couple of those as you go, because we have so many body weight exercises for the front part of our body, and we don't have a lot of body weight exercise for the back part of our body. So it's really important that we get those, because a lot of us travel, we don't have weights with us, we can't be doing our rows, which are our favorite back exercises, and so we want to be able to go deeper. And of course, body weight exercises are the deepest exercises you can do. All right, let's go face down. Now I want you to open your legs and fasten the front of your feet to the floor. You're going to pull your belly button to the spine. Now this is going to be a row, a body weight row. you're going to have 3 levels of this. So first is face down, arms along the floor, bending the elbows to the waist, and pushing the fingers back up as you really sink that belly in. So this again also gets along those long lines of the rectus spine that's spinning. So you are moving along those long lines. So you're inhaling down, you're exhaling up and pulling that belly button to the spine, inhaling down. You don't need weights for this. This is really moving everything in your back. You're anchored with your body. 5 more. 5. Nice. 4. Good. 3. Nice. 2. Good job. And 1. Now that's a great row, but we're going to take it up in intensity. So what we're going to do is lift our body up a little bit, nodding our head down, hugging the floor with our hips. And we're going to row again. So you're going to feel the shift as it goes down into the lumbar now because you're engaging it. 2. Nice. 3. Really pull through. Push that pelvis down. 4. Pull that belly in. Nice. 5. Rowing. Good. 6. Nice. 7. So yeah, we don't need weights to row. Nod that head down. Don't put your head on your neck. 8. Good job. This is also getting your shoulders. 9, a little bit of your biceps. And 10. All right, we're going to do one more level. So if this hurts your back at all, because it really does pull through the back, go back to our first level. But bring it up just a little bit higher, looking at the edge of your mat, taking the arm out wider and bringing the elbows in from the side. So it's a bigger row. Out from the side and in. 2. 3. Nice. 4. 5. 6. Good. Big wide arms. 7. Feel the shift. 8. 9. And 10. Now put your hands under your shoulders and push yourself up to seated. Now we have a lot more facing down exercises, but I wanted to do a counter exercise so you can feel some release in your back while you do it. So we know this counter exercise from Pilates, and it's a pretty intense exercise if we do it right. So our legs are out in front of our knees, right? We're going to do a more exaggerated body sculpting version of it than we do in Pilates, okay? So that means we're going to start in a high seated position. A high seated position. That's head over tailbone, your shoulder hip in alignment, arms in front of the eyes. And as we go vertebrae by vertebrae, starting at our lumbar, we're going to curl our back into a C curve. So what I'd like you to do on this is take it as far as you can without losing your control. Now hold it there, and then starting at the top, lifting your thumbs toward the ceiling, you're rolling it back up. Now this is one of the few things that gets almost every part of your back. We can't get the higher parts, but we're definitely getting the middle and the lower parts. So let's do 9 more of these, and just as slow. So we're going to inhale, pulling that belly button to the spine, curling down. Nice. This is a nice strong move. Get it as far as you can. Hold it so that it is work to get it back up. And then exhale, pulling up from the top and unrolling to the lift. Number 3, it's going to take a little bit of time. Yeah, pull it in. Good job. Take it down. Hold it. Really hold it. Good. And then take it back up. And number 4, it's going to take us a week to get to 10. Make sure your head's over your tailbone. Don't push it forward as you come up, right? Just bring it down. Really roll it tight and controlled. You're also feeling your core really invested in this. And then bring yourself up. unroll it. And if we're doing it correctly, it should be intense. Number 5. Holding that belly button to spine. Hands are facing each other. Yeah, pulling in. And exhale it back up. We're halfway through. Remember, you take it all the way back up. Let's lower our arms and roll our shoulders back just for 2. And then forward for 2. Not that I think your arms can take it. And bring it back up. And here we go again. Starting at the belly. Starting with the lower vertebrae. Rolling with the upper vertebrae. Keeping your head on your spine. And then holding it. And then unraveling from the top. And bringing yourself back to lift. 4 more. Curling. Catching it. Good. Holding it. And bringing it back up on that exhale. Nice. 3 more. Bringing it down. So with those first 2 sets we did, this is a nice counter move. But what you can also do is pick and choose, hold it there, and then bring it back up. Which ones work for you as long as you're covering as much as of your back as you can. All right, 2 more. Take it down. And then bring it back up. I'm trying to get lower every time, but I also don't want to make it hurt, right? And last one. Let's take it all the way down. Come on. As far as you can go. And bring it back. All right, let's take a quick twist to the side. And then we're going to go back face down to get the rest of these. And then to the other side. Normally, you don't do 20 minutes of muscle group. So this is mostly instructional. You come back to it when you need to add to your workout, right? All right. One of the things that is very clear to get to the lumbar, we need to use the legs every now and then. So we're going to do a lower body lift here. So I'd like you to stack your hands and put your forehead on your hands. Separate your legs to the ends of the mat. They're going to be in a slight point. Try to lift your knees off the floor without hyperextending them. And then we're going to lift them on an inhale and lower them on the exhale because you want to extend your back on the exhale. So you're going to lift and lower. Lift. Try not to use your glute as your main mover. You want to be using that belly so it gets into that lumbar. 3, 4, reach me up. 5, 6, pull that belly in. 7, 8, nice. 9, and 10, and lower down. Good job. Now, again, we have more down here, but we're going into another alternative mode. We're going to go watchdog. It doesn't seem like a back exercise, but when you think of exercises as being complementary, the watchdog crunch does open and close the back. And one of the nice things about it is it's one of the few things that does go through all 3 vertebrae systems. So let's take that arm out, the other leg out, and the curl and the extend. 2, nice. 3, feel that back moving? Yes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Put the hand down, put the knee down. Let's go to the other side. Some of the things to be careful of. You're not falling over to one leg. You're not tilting. You're making it all through the middle. And you're staying hip height and shoulder height. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, Nice. Make sure it's a curl. 4. So the whole thing curls in. 5. And then extend. 6. Good job. 7. Nice. 8. 9. And 10. We'll bring it down and sit back into child pose. Nice. You're doing great. Now, a couple of other exercises that don't seem like they're back, but they are in fact, and that's wide arm, wide-legged push-ups. So these are different from those planks. They get you in a different modality. Now you can do it on your knees. You want to make sure that your arms come across from your chest, nice and wide. Your legs are nice and open. Then you come down, inhale, come up, exhale. Down, inhale, come up, exhale. You can feel the opening and closing of your shoulder blades. Keep going. So this is a lot of that upper back that I was talking about. 4. Keep going. Inhale, exhale. 5. Good. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. All right. Let's come around for some other modalities. So there's always face down stuff because we can always lift and lower. We can always be doing cobra. We can always be doing the upper body lifts. We can always be doing the lower body lifts. But there are also things that we do while we're seated. A lot of them come from your Pilates modality. So we're going to do the side position, and then we're going to do a kneeling position. Right, arms out to the side. Inhale, exhale, saw the toes off twice, bring it back up, and then back to the center. Take it across. Now, one of the things that's nice about this, that's one of those Pilates exercises. Make sure you're high on your sit bones, even if you have to bend your legs a little bit. That also feels like a stretch. Got a couple of those in Pilates, which makes them really some of our favorites because we get stretched as well as getting that tone of the core. Saw it up and bring it across. Take it over, bring it down. Make sure you bring it down and across. Take it over, bring yourself down, almost chest to knee, and take it across. Take it over, bring it down, up and across. Take it over, bring it down, take it up. What's so nice about this is it takes it from side to side, so you're not always working that back middle band. Up and across. Take it over and good. Up and across. Let's do 3 more sets. Up and across. Take it over. Don't drop your head, even though you're trying to go down. 2 more sets. Cross, up and across, over. Now you might do 20 minutes of back or even 30 minutes of back in the weight room. And last one. And across. Nice. Let's roll our shoulders back because we had our arms up. And that's a feeling. Last one and then 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, getting on our knees. If you can't do things on your knees, feel free to stand up and do this. So, more back stuff. Sorry, arms out to the side again. Without dipping, we're reaching over to the other heel. Feel that rotation? And then up. Over to the other heel. And then up. So get a little bit of hip into it. It's hard to isolate these groups. Across and up. Now, here's one of the things you can do when you're putting your workout routine together. You can decide to do one side at a time to get it more exhausted so you get a little bit more toning activity. Over and up. Or you can do it alternating like we are now. And up, over, and up, over, and up, over, and up, over, and up. Last 2. Good. And last one, both sides. And good. All right, some more face down. All right, straight down the mat. We're going to do our cobra. Get those elbows by your side. Your hands under your shoulders. Your face straight down. Now, we can go all the way into cobra and really extend our back. Let's do that. Inhale, exhale. Our hips are hugging, our arms are long, our eyes are straight ahead. And we got that nice long stretch. Or we can do some stuff that's going to focus a little bit and go into a quarter cobra. See how the back's being held down the middle and down. So we'll do 4 of those, then we'll do middle, and then we'll do long. Okay? 2, good. 3, go back, grip, and 4. Nice. Now middle, that means your arm's going to unbend a little bit more, and you're going to lift a little bit higher. 1, but you're not all the way up to straight arm. 2, you can feel that in your tricep, right? Your bicep. 3, good. And 4. And then all the way up to our long cobra, and that is straight arm. 1, back down. 2, good job. 3, nice. And 4. All right, bring yourself back. I'm going to have you seated again. I keep alternating so that we're always facing down. We're not always facing up. So I keep changing position just to give us a little bit more variety in our workout. Okay, another one from Pilates that I love because it's also a back workout stretch is that big long row. Now, one of the things that I like about this, I don't have a ring, but for instance, using my ball or my block gives me a directive, so for instance, take the ball of the shoe, lower it to the ankles, scoot it all the way back so that you come to pike to your chest and take it around again. So we're going to do 10 in that direction. Good. If you're breathing into it, elbows go back by your waist. It's always back by your waist. Now, again, you can do this with your hands out, palms to the ceiling, right? 5 more. 5. You want to get exaggerated in both directions. 4. So don't just reach the toes, reach beyond the toes. 3. And don't just reach to the hips, reach beyond the hips. 2. You want that back to be in action. And all right. So to go in the other direction, the same thing. Like I'll focus on the ball first. Lean back, take the ball down your body to your ankles, go across your toes and bring it back. So again, the ball helps us get our position. And again, you can do it with your hands. Nice. And the block or whatever you have in your hand can help you to in that position. Good job. Nice. Nice. Let's do 5 more. 5. Let's stop bending. So there you go. Good. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Nice job. All right, and bring it back. Okay, so there are a lot more body weight exercises for the back, and I just wanted to give you a lot of alternatives. However, I don't want you to leave without having specific stretches. We know child pose. We know downward facing dog, and we know spinal twists. So I'm going to give you just some modifications of those before we go. I'd like you to take yourself into this kind of passe tree position right here. Flex your foot to the ceiling. Keep that other foot inside. Take your arms out to tight. Just come to the side. Reach back with your hand. Lift up with your pelvis and reach behind. So this is taking your back in one direction. Then lower down, go toward that foot. You're coming across, reaching from the side, right? And then rotating it down, taking the back in the other direction. Extending it as far as you can. That's why I have the foot a little bit flexed, if you can grab onto it. Lower that back, separate one vertebrae. Now to be more emphatic, turn toward the hip on that side. Try to walk your hands out. That's a rotation right there. Walk those back in And let's change sides. All right, a little bit of a flex, arm behind, arm behind. And nice walk. That nice side bend, arm over here. We rotate it down to the leg, extending our back. Walk it out beside our hip. Try to come down. And pull yourself up. And of course, the ultimate back stretch is the forward fold. One of the best ways to get to the forward fold is to bring yourself, your thighs against your chest, right here. Then you scoot those legs out, letting the chest stay attached to the thighs. You don't let them separate. Then you flex the feet at the bottom, and your chest should be right over those thighs. Shoulder blades are down, and arms are soft and bent at the sides. Now, another way to make the forward fold work is to point those fingers, push them out past your feet, and then sweep it up and bring it down. Again, like I said, this is just the greatest hits or a selection of what we can do with our body weight back exercises. I hope that you got some information, some alternatives to your workout, some things to add on when you're feeling like, oh, I've done so much chest and I think my back needs some attention, or I'm just not having the strength to carry things like I used to, or maybe you're going to take up a new sport like hang gliding or parasailing. So you want to have, or you're going to do some zip line. So you want to have some strength in that back just to carry you. That's not always where the prime movers are, but that's where you want to have your strength as well as your hips and legs. So there's all kinds of reasons that you might be needing to like focus on that back, and maybe you're someplace you don't have weights and you're like, what do I do with my workout? I know to do push-ups, I know to do squats, what do I do for my back? So there it is, your body weight workout. I hope you enjoyed it and got some good ideas.